Mitä talmoiden? Mitä kyllä saat? Väärin nynni. Pikoksi vargas sulkast. Nynni. Kymär filtieri tahti. Perfred ik horusta talmoiden. Niin sai olla saat. Samalla näin. Flip, laat daar schappets opgegraasd, spengste veertalen, spetskult, dit aan jem en kumma. Lurehan gaat vinger den burkina. Dit dan den, dit dan keur. Nee, sai bigger. Tieri, ondernehu, Fred hustmaat. Katu, alatu, tukummen, hulletste, antiflota, bigger. Kun byttoch aan hustmaat. Minimo kikker den en sulger, joktootvuren. Dit na u, our van dit dan hustmaat. Kun der bigger. Meer op sul, nik, jut. Dit. Kymär filik vargas ni bigses jos savala pantikko pitstu. Nie hupje, ik hou ons te houden van zich pas.
Your very own grateful abbot. The Ascent group went into immediate default. An official statement. Until it's sudden demise. With your very own grateful abbot. The Ascent group went into immediate default after the corporate AI filed for bankruptcy one subcycle ago. All attempts to contact the corporate board has failed, and we have yet to receive an official statement. Until its sudden demise, the Ascent group controlled the largest market share on Velas, and we can expect turbulent times ahead. The Ascent group arcology on Velas has shut down.
Vietnamet.
This is the feed with your very own grateful. The Ascent group went into immediate default until the Ascent of the is the car, the wind, they've been as are.
Look, when we need a company rally or inspirational calf mugs to hand out, I'll let you know, okay?
Why the hostility, Poon? All I'm saying is that we should stick together in a time of crisis, and that we're here to help in any way we can.
And all I'm saying is that I don't see how you can help right now. The Ascent group is gone, and the board has gone quieter than a null-spaced column. Maybe you people should start looking to what's next.
The Ascent group is not just the board, Poon. It's us. All of us. United around an idea. The corporation can only collapse if we allow it.
Whatever. An idea won't feed my indents or provide security when Corpsec gets wise to the fact that their paychecks aren't coming. Now, you'll have to excuse me. My next meeting just arrived.
Fine. We'll talk again later, Poon.
Cinder idiots. Oh, look at you. Positively bristling with ambition and a taste for mindless violence. Just what I need. My BA before was pure bullshit. This is a crisis supernova. The Ascent group has collapsed. Our ecology's gone into default, and we've lost contact with the board. Not that I expect those sleek suits to be able to unfuck this situation in any meaningful way. No one is getting paid, and Corpsec will soon realize that they're risking their necks for exactly 0 Eucreds. We can expect security to implode before the cycle is over. The Ascent Group AGI suddenly went quiet. That's never happened before. So the market went apeshit and forced the Ascent Group into immediate bankruptcy. Now all local SIs are operating independently. Hundreds of optimizer protocols fighting for the same scraps. We're gonna see nutrient and energy shortages within just a few cycles. Thousands of Hebbers here will suffer. Am I painting a bleak enough picture for you? We're mutually dependent on the neighboring clusters for food, energy, and other essentials. It pains me to say this, but it looks like we're gonna have to cooperate our way out of this epic mess. The other stack bosses have agreed to meet. They're a bunch of incompetent hard-noses, so don't get your hopes up. But I don't see any other options, and my imp won't shut up about this being the only way forward. I want you to handle security for the moot. In a crisis like this, you can always expect to see a few witless wonders stepping up to bat. The Turbo Vipers are already trying on a protection racket so stupid it defies comprehension. Questions? Shoot. They're threatening to attack the meeting, and I want you there if they do. The latest cream of the scum crop out there. With everything going on, they're seeing an opportunity to strengthen their stock. But I won't allow that on my watch. Can't give in to the imbeciles. Yeah, so with the corporation gone kaput, ownership of the arcology is in flux. The other corporations will be sending in CGTs to grab what they can. We're like an AUG-6 stiff right now, soon to be hacked up for parts by a bunch of greedy grafters. All payouts, including yours I might add, have been halted due to the bankruptcy. I'm hoping it'll be a little while before CorpSec realize the magnitude of this disaster and leave their posts. It's all very clever. No single cluster is self-sufficient. You're smart enough to figure out why. If I can reach an agreement with the other... It's all very clever. If I can reach an agreement with you... Considering the way things have been falling apart these last few months, we should have seen it coming. But yeah, this is the largest corporate collapse yet on Velis. Uncharted territory. I expect they're busy ejecting themselves from this mess and assigning blame to everyone else. First they run the entire corporation into the ground, and then they shut themselves into the Skyview levels. But I guess that's what you can expect from a bunch of greedy foreigners. All right, enough questions. First, I need you to go to the grinder and scout ahead. Oh, and you'll need to gear up. Won't just be facing deep-sink ferals anymore. Talk to my man Clobber. He'll set you up. Feel free to flatline any slag-headed Turbo Viper just looking at you sideways. Here? Good. Let's get this show on the road! Questions? Shoot. Is that all? What are you loitering around here for?
There's plenty of fucktards with bounties on their heads out there. Come to me if you have one to turn in.
Antiflottekochslinje, sei topfjøra, det er dustmatt. Jo sukste man topfjøra, må... Mer jo her inne i kochslinje, i Danmark. Kochslinje, man fikk seg, juste man, ørvan. Vangas, fikk seg jåke minimum, ik har hundstatus, og dokke minimoker, jo ekas her inne i antiflottekochslinje, savala gangen, grønkup møyre, alla sat, ørvana. Dustmacht, betweren, nunne, savala, hunde. Nee, er ook niet keur, vast, winst, weervat, jorturme. Savala, ik hou hun stak ook vliegen. Nee, ik hou dikker, toch kunnen en dit antiflow, die kunnen en YouTube, savala, grünkup, alla, zaken, minimoken, YouTube, mooi randje, unher, nee, toch een kastaalmeuren, zulpaar in hier, die vieren, dit op wat dikste man, ik hou hun stak te kunnen, Dikke lekker job vieren, meuker de neste manker, grünkup et pantikul. Ta hemma her satt.
Is the real deal.
This is good.
Where's the party?
Ik hou roepstaan. Je vindt dat niet in de ik wat gas mich kast te komen. Ik hoor vandaag. Je dahin maar ergens mooi randje. Doch onder niet. Nee, tjeren mich niet. Ik koch vlieg vreemd meer op mich. Doch dit me dat en je zoekt met mich dit jaren. Dus maar. Tips mal daumen. Wat gas schön. Dat tips zo goed en dat onder niet. Die toekomende letzte Waggas Allah Sakas. Ik zeg je. Doch ik hou roeps dat almeuren. Dit naar je panty. In dat naar volperstrets. Zet on. Nu, me aja. Nee, vreemd hier in de wand. Schön, je zoekt mich vast. Aja, naar je dikke. Toekomende letzte. Nu, Waggas vachtfauer, Job Haring, hier bist Fredkoch. De man Dalmeuren, gut Jobto. Dahin war und hier ne hoek dat denken minimo dat zul je nee ik ben Job nee ik hou roepstaan ha. Houwer werd dat ook vurig meer op niet zij Haring. Job is ik dat beste man, ik hou roepstaan nee ah ja
Look no further for your wet-wearing deeds.
You took down Meuren. Ik zet Joos Wanga. Daarin hier vreemd slikne ik nu. Samala. Miriam. You took. Nu vertrouwt vastgifte. Flink ganska. Flicknes de verhenebit. Jag svarar. Ik zeg je. Nej, you. Mik til fire. Det alla sata hemma. Ik zeg je. Grün. I know the deep stink like the back of my paw. Plenty of things looking to flatline you round here. Yeah, I've been trying to warn everyone, but nobody listens to old Trummer. Corps sec gone, and the auto defense is offline. It's only a matter of time before the ferals come calling. Watch your back, is all I'm saying. Yeah, I've been trying to Corps watch your back. It's a bloody bot fest is what it is. The AGI is no longer around to keep watch over the local data net. Everyone and their cousins hacking into the bots, causing all sorts of mischief and mayhem. I've never liked those things. Well, it's quite simple, really. The Liquid Quicks used to be the big baddies round here, led by a guy named Trenning. He and Poon are cozy from what I hear. I bet Poon's pockets are getting lined, but can I prove it? Of course not. Quicks were never friendly with the Turbo Vipers. Now with CorpSec gone, the Vipers suddenly decided to grab some territory. It's an all-out turf war out there, and I'm happy staying right here. Don't be fooled by their brush suits and posh manners. The Roginals just as soon kill you as look at you. There really ain't much separating them from the Quicks and the Vipers. Except maybe they got more creds to their names. And some fancy rules governing how they fuck the indents over. Bloody backstabbers and stimmed-up flatliners, a lot of them. Stay away from the corporate grab teams, friend. Those are as professional as they come. Trained killers. Only the largest multi-corps can afford to keep them on a retainer. They use AGIs to grab property, needed for imprinting the property SI or some such. I make it a point not to fuck with anyone who has direct access to an AGI. Spooky things, if you ask me. Not natural. Yeah, I know things. I get around, but I'm gonna stay as far away from any CGT as I can. I'd rather mess with a nest of starved ferals. Well, trouble been around. Plenty of things. Which corps you wondering about? Well, you got the gangs, you got the Rogin, and then you got Onyx Void. That little outfit spans all of Velis, and all the commons too, from what I hear. Probably the rest of the known galaxy. Don't fuck with them, and they won't fuck with you. Unless they got a contract for you or some such. And then you're fucked anyway. Better just hope they flatline you on the spot. I hear they like to use their targets for sport now and then. Indents, who try to justify their bollocks existence by worshipping the corporation that owns them. Sort of tragic, if you ask me. Then again, I never was one for clubs and groups and teams. More of a loner, me. There's a new influencer leading them, enthusiastic type. Not sure what they hope to accomplish now that the Ascent group's gone kaput. But to each their own, I guess.
They was corrupt as anyone, but at least they kept things somewhat under control round here. Can't say as I blame them for leaving their posts. I would too if I didn't get paid. Corpsec disintegrating, things are gonna get a lot worse round here before they get better. Old trouble been around. Old trouble been around. Yeah, there were a lot of shutdowns when the AGI went blank. Security doors and whatnot closing all over the place. It's an automated corpsec measure. Divide and control, right? Except there's no one left in charge to divide and control nothing. Passages are starting to open up. The gangs are pulping and flatlining one another to see who's got the biggest knob. They're making a feral casserole of the security systems while they're at it. Stimtown set up their own security. There's many tales about that flooding as there are indents in the Warrens. Why haven't they drained that little puddle, you ask? You wouldn't be the first. There's been plenty of attempts to clear Blacklake, but they've all been derailed in different ways. Sudden budget changes, sudden deaths, so on. Almost as if someone doesn't want the water gone from that place. Habstacks are built in clusters, see? Each cluster's run by a stack boss. Supposed to be the one making sure services are running, and the habs are, well, habitable. Us indents don't get much of a say in what stacks we live in. It's assigned on a needs basis, based on some SI outgo. The stack bosses decide in the end, so everybody kisses stack boss arse. Anything to get a few floors up, or get a functional rinser or whatever. Boone runs Cluster 13. He's a tight-fisted balloon wrinkle. Corrupt to the bone. But I have to admit, he does look after us. If only so he can fuck us over himself. Habstacks are built in clusters, supposed to index the stack. Boone run, if only so he can fuck us. Not a place for organics like you and me. Some call it the beating heart of the arcology, but there's nothing alive about that place. Just endless amounts of hydrogen-cooled bits and bytes. But D-Nexus is also where the bots and monos go to recharge. Unless you're made of silicon, there's nothing for you. Well, you got the deep stink at the bottom. You're well versed in that sector. Then you got us low hammers scraping by in the Warrens on the lower levels. With the commercial zones, nodes and docks and stuff above us. At the very top, you got the glitzy pinnacle. Need more U-creds than we'd ever make in a lifetime. Just to get a glimpse of what it's like up there. The Ascent group board sits up there too. The fallen wankers. They got us into this mess. Plenty of things that look to kill you lurking round. Old trouble been around, eh? You're looking for a bit of fun? Well, the gamblers try their luck at the Speed Crush racetrack or the Golden Satori Casino. I get my fix in the cyberscape. Leveling up a new avatar as we speak. Gotta be a drone hunter. Then there's stims. Whatever works for you. Just don't touch anything made for jack-o'-lanterns. Unless you want to fuse every neuron in your brain into a solid block of stupid. I've got to say, mate, you don't look much like the gambling type. Well, that's where we all get our news. If you can call it that, the corporate propaganda they pump out. Always liked Abbott. Seems like a nice bloke. And I appreciate how he always puts a happy spin on things. Life as an indent's bollocks enough as it is. There's no need to make it worse by waddling in someone else's troubles. I hear Abbott's based right here in our ecology. It does not. Well, that's where we all get our news. Always life as an indent. I hear Abbott's bet lots of people around who pissed someone off at one point or another. And I got a bounty for it. If you take one out, you can collect from the bartenders. If you bring proof, of course. Bounties are ranked. And the higher the rank, the better the pay. The bigger the chance you'll end up a bloody smear on the wall. I used to collect the occasional back in the day. Any licensed grafter could install your oaks. The good ones might even offer to sedate you before they bring out the knives and lasers. If you got what it takes, they can even upgrade your existing systems. Fine-tune them in different ways. I make a point of seeing them regular. You got the U-creds to spend, you get all sorts of stuff. Oh, and you can find vendors in the strangest of places. Some of them might have some really fancy wares too. If you need to update the nav grid on your imp, you just need to jack into any nav point you find. It'll cost you, but could be worth it. I never was a big spender. Old trouble been around. Some interesting individual. Look, I know you and Poon have got some sort of ongoing agreement, so I'd better keep me trap shut. I blabber too much anyway. Enough to say that I'd skin that scurvy jackal and use his prickly eye to wipe me arse with if I could get away with it. Yeah, we go out for a drink every now and then. Brush up on our mutual hatred. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer and all that. Plenty of things that look to kill you lurking round.
Any bartender can pay out bounties. Come find us if you have any to collect.
Yours good guilt mikkatu tipetsyn. Nyt hakkumar fri örvarna. Du under nehukti tahtittavtyys toha. Ne ikviiri katu ist fast. Hartna altaudumunu beskot. Dus örvarna kochfli antiflot guilt. Jusuk Allah saat. Nyt hakkumar. Damien, mooi randje. Ik hou dat Allah saad. Good job. Andy Flokato. De husmaat. Fredrik zei je taalmeuren. De husmaat. Ik minimum mooi randje. Ja, niet is dat helemaal ers. Mooi randje is orvana. Jokke maar voor de toonsturen. Pantikul Mirio toonsturen. Met Mik. De Mirio is green cup mooi randje. Savala, Mirio, ik dag vast met een hund. Green cup te komen.
Listening to part ในผู้หลง